extra time.
সত্যি জীবন গড়ে দেয়।
Did the team you to perhaps look at you to race alongside Imran?
It is a temptation, of course, yes. I mean, even if you watch how Shamji's been operating in training today, and his form coming into the ODI series has been top draw, and he really is putting his hand up for selection. That's a selection meeting and discussion that's got to need to take place. It's a temptation, of course it is, especially watching how their bowlers have bowled. But like you said, it is different conditions in Durban to what it is in the IFL as well. So it's there, and it's something to talk about for sure, yeah.
But it's right now that you're being given this opportunity. How are you appreciating this confidence that the selectors are showing in you?
Yeah, Kaz, thanks. It's a big honour. Obviously, as a little boy, you grow up and you want to captain your country one day. And unfortunately, for the team's sake, Faf misses out. It's a big loss to the side. But then having, sort of like you said, the selector showing confidence in me to take over, it means quite a bit. So a super humbling experience. But yeah, we're going to need to do this for Faf, I believe.
Sorry, can you just take us through? It hasn't been a long period between Durban and this game, but can you just take us through, when you first heard about it or asked about it, and, your thought process once you were asked?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, what happened to Faf in Durban it's a freak incident and can happen to anyone. Gotcha, and last night I got the gist of it, that was probably leading towards me to take the team forward for the rest of the series. Officially heard it this morning, first thing this morning. But yeah, I think it's something you can't take for granted. It's obviously something I really enjoy captaining, but it's something it's an unexpected thing. Like I said, it's a freak incident that happened to Faf, and it's just happened so quickly. I managed to sleep, yeah. But yeah, I mean, look, luckily I really enjoy captaining, and I think it's going to be an additional pressure to deal with. But I believe it's a good pressure. You get good and bad sort of pressures, and for me, it's really a pressure that hopefully I can thrive on.
Any tips? Has he given you any tips about it and how to face it?
Yeah, plenty. Faf's sort of taken me under his wing since I've been involved in the environment, and we've spoken a lot. And this morning, throughout the training session, him and I have been almost side by side, spending time chatting about plans and how he goes about things, and obviously passing on some words of advice going into the game. So I'll keep him close to me. He's luckily going to be here throughout the game. I'll keep sending messages on and off the field, asking for advice, asking for any hints. At the end of the day, it's going to be my decision on the field to make though. But fortunately, like Linda said, there's plenty of experienced heads within the squad, and it won't be a decision made just by myself. I'll definitely consult with senior players, and then obviously for the best interest of the side as well.
Yeah, you take over at a time when there is a little bit of a problem in the middle order. I mean, Indian spinners did really well in the first ODI. Now, do you foresee any change? Maybe bring, say, someone like Amla, who's got more experience playing against the spinners down in the middle, push yourself up?
Yeah, look, I don't think so. I don't necessarily see it as a problem either. It's just been one game. I believe our middle order, there's quality batsmen within that middle order, and it's just about taking responsibility. And obviously we've had to adjust our game plans just a touch going into this game, but it wasn't addressing any sort of problem, I don't think. Hash has been so good at the top of the order for us. He provides that calmness, and he just hits good cricket shots while the field is up. So he's a massive asset up at the top for us. So I don't think there's a need to adjust the batting lineup as per se. I just think players need to develop nice and strong game plans and just stay within that game plan for a long period of time.
There's a need to adjust the batting lineup, but with Faf out, the number 3 space is vacant. Would you maybe drop into number 3 and Kaya coming into the middle order? Is that something you're thinking about?
Look, quite possibly. I think it would make sense for myself to go up to 3, having spent most of my career opening the batting. From 3 onwards, we're not 100% sure of the side just yet. That selection meeting still needs to take place, and will get announced later today. But yeah, it would make sense for me to go up to 3, like I said. And then from there onwards, there's plenty experience in JP and Dave Miller. So we'll organise and go according to how the game sort of dictates, I reckon, tomorrow.
So far as a captain, you would have captained guys your age and your stature. Have you had time to think about how you're going to go about captaining guys who are more senior and some of them are the legends of the game?
Yes, yeah, it's obviously it can be an intimidating thing. But the culture within the team is so good that it allows for a young player like myself to go engage with a guy like Hashim Amla, who's a legend of the game, which makes it a lot easier for me. It's not something that I see intimidating, but it's a very valid question. So I'll keep Hash close to my side on the field, obviously all the other experienced players as well, and then we'll make decisions. But yeah, it's going to be something very exciting. It's going to be a new challenge, but it's a positive challenge to look forward to.
Can I get the last few passes and then much access?
Yeah, Aiden, obviously we saw Faf was explaining to you about the thing about sweeps out in the practice today. So, and as you mentioned that you will be around to give you input. Yeah. So, how is it sort of kind of a boost for you because to have your captain by the side of you and also his inputs today? What was the discussion all about the sweep shots?
It's a massive boost, yes. I mean, Faf is an incredible leader that everyone looks up to. I really look up to him. The sweep shot was nothing, it was more just a technical thing when sweeping, not getting too far inside the line of the ball, nothing was to do with how I'm going to change my game plan or whatever. It was just a bit of advice from him. But having him by my side for today's training really did help. There were a few nerves this morning before training, but it's all eased out and it's all out the system and it's a lot of excitement going into tomorrow. I've looked at the wicket. Yeah, it looks a good wicket. Generally it's a good wicket at Supersport Park. Like I said before the test match, yeah, generally quite a lot of runs are scored and it's a good batting strip. So we're going to look more in depth at it probably now this afternoon and then tomorrow morning and then make a decision. The decision will be made completely with what will benefit our side, not on how India play. Obviously they are a quality side and we give them that, of course. I mean it's no sin to say something like that. So, but we're going to make decisions tomorrow completely based on the benefit or the benefits that could happen to our side.
লেটেস্ট নিউজ আর এক্সক্লুসিভ ভিডিওর সঙ্গে আপডেট থাকতে এখনই সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন আমাদের ইউটিউব চ্যানেল। বেল আইকনে ক্লিক করতে ভুলবেন না যেন।